Apkushe, Mekushu, Tikhe, Hindustani Bhasha, Bohot Asan. In my heart, there are enough space for Muhammad, for Mahavishnu, for Ganesha, for Jesus, for Moses, and they are not fighting. It's very interesting. In the world, people in the name of them are fighting, shooting each other, and it's interesting. In my heart is nothing, only peace, and they are communicating very well.
On the 28th of October, we got the opportunity to meet one of the most unique people in the world of chess, the man who is fondly known as Mr. First Saturday, Laszlo Nagy. We not only got to know Laszlo's story but also share his love for Hungarian food. Laszlo is the organizer of the first Saturday chess tournament in Budapest, and the tournament is currently in its 33rd year. And you would really have to search for a top professional chess player who haven't played in his tournament. Laazlo is not only an organizer but also a person who is passionate about the game and has played a significant role in the lives of some of the top players in the world of chess. Here is a conversation with him at the Budapest Hotel.
I was born in 1957, so I am now 67 years old. And in my life, of my age 34, I made a big change. I was a teacher of chemistry in a military high school, military college. And then because of the changing of the communist system, I decided not to work more in the army. And then I founded my first Saturday chess tournaments. And every first Saturday of the month, I organize my events, Grandmaster, International Master, round-robin tournaments. And I organize also under 2 to 50 open section. And now we are in the venue of the first Saturday and Vezérképző tournaments. The Vezérképző tournament is after or before my event. Mr. Cebe, Grandmaster, is organizing this, and we are cooperating in this chess organization. And this hotel is called Budapest Körszálló. Körszálló means in Hungarian round hotel. It's a big round hotel with about 15 floors. It's nice. And we organize our tournaments here.
Can you please tell us that how did your association with chess began? When did you discover the game of chess?
It's beautiful, beautiful story. And I think many chess players like my age, I started my chess career with the Fischer-Spassky match in 1972 when I was 15 years old and I was in the secondary school. And in the secondary school, we have seen every day the results and the games of the Fischer-Spassky match, and we played through the games, and we decided that this is a nice game, and I started to go to the chess club, and I started to be a young chess player, and I was a young chess player of a Hungarian first-class team. The name of them was Debreceni Spartacus from Debrecen. And I became that time also one of the most talented young chess players of the country. My first rating was 2,220, and I enjoyed very much to play every team matches.
So as you mentioned about Fischer and Spassky match that inspired you, while you were growing up and playing chess, who was your favorite chess player?
My favorite chess players, not so easy to say. I like Alexander Alyoshin because when I was young, when I was 15 years old, after the Fischer-Spassky match, I started to play through Alyoshin's games. Some in the British terminology, his name is Alekhine, but he's not Alekhine, he's Russian Alyoshin, Alexander Alyoshin. And then I have seen beautiful combinations, and I started to understand that the beautiful combinations is coming from the beginning moves, to make good moves, to put the figures in active places, and then the combination is coming from alone. So I'm very happy. And also, I played correspondence chess games. and it was beautiful to play and waiting for the cards of the opponents. And I told you already that I had a game 5 years long against a Brazilian player, and he played very well and he won against me. It was a beautiful experience.
Thank you for sharing that. A lot of our viewers may be too young to know what is a correspondence chess, if you can tell us.
I see. The correspondence chess is a very exciting game. Before, we used cards, postcards, and sending to them my move. It means one move, one card. And nowadays the correspondence chess is a little bit different because possible to use computers.
Yes.
And this is a kind of, now it's called Centaur chess, if I call it, and some of them. It means I send the game to them, my computer helping me. I put into the computer the position, and the computer gives me five variations, 5 moves. And this is not only the computer plays, because I decide in between of 4 or 5 moves what to do. It means the human and the then the machine is working together. And this is why we call it Centaur, because in the Greek mythology, the Centaur was half horse and half human body.
Yes.
This is called Centaur. And I enjoy also very much, but many games are, of course, draw, because practically machine plays against machine, but the human influences also can be seen.
Yeah, that's a wonderful story.
I like.
So tell us what happened after that.
Look, I became, I told you, one of the most interesting young players in Hungary. But when I was 18, I had to decide what to do, chess or chemistry, because chemistry I studied in the secondary school also. And I was not brave enough. I had chosen chemistry 5 years in the University of Debrecen to be teacher of chemistry and chemist by science. And that time was a school, special chess school in Lvov, in Ukraine, because that was a sport faculty there, chess. And I could have studied there, but as I told you, I was not brave enough. But after the university, I became a member of the Hungarian army, because I gave my manpower to the Hungarian army, like a teacher of chemistry in a military college. And I worked there 10 years long. 10 years long. This was the contract. It means 5 years I got stipend from the army in the university. And then after that 10 years I worked. After 10 years I had a nice communication with my bosses. I told them that I'm not happy with my conditions in the army. I wanted more. Like when a manpower is selling himself, give me more salary, give me less work, and so on. And they told me that you are in the army, not in the Cairo bazaar. And what I told them, what does it mean? Said, we cannot give you more. If you accept like this, okay. If not, then you can go. And I decided to go, okay, because I wanted to do something more. Not all. I don't speak about money. I speak about to do something more, like teaching 6 hours a day, chemistry. It was a kind of tiring in this situation. And after that, I decided, it was a nice idea of a Moldavian chess organizer. He told me that, Laszlo, you speak languages. I speak English, I speak German, I speak Russian. And I decided to be a chess player in 34 years old. And I was sleeping, and I had an idea that maybe too late. It's better to organize, because before my going away from the army, I studied half a year in the military academy of Timoshenko in Moscow, and they taught me to organize, to command 100,000 men, because they educated us to be a future generals of the communist army. And When I came home, the communist system collapsed, and I spoke with my bosses that what is their plan with me, because they told me, you are a good teacher, you can teach until the pension. I say, I want something more. They say, no, you have to wait 20 years when our generals will go to the pension. And so it's nice situation, and I decided to organize every first Saturday of the month chess tournaments, 9 days long, and there are many people came to my tournament, and I tell you, you will laugh financially how was interesting my enterprise. I organized my first tournament. It was like 50 players out of 10 countries. I was very happy, and I went home to tell my wife. I made a fantastic chess tournament. Everybody was happy. We lost 1,000 euros financially. And then my wife cried, how we will survive from this work? I said, wait, we will see the second. The second tournament I organized, it was zero saldo. It means the costs and the income was the same. I told my wife, she also cried, how we will survive from this activity? I say, excuse me, you don't see already the development? Yes. And the third time, when I organized, it was plus 1,000 euros. Oh, wow. And I gave the cash to my wife, and she was happy. I say, now you believe? Yes. She says, yes, but I am a person like I believe if I see. And I told her, this is the difference between us. I see if I believe. Yes. And I was totally sure that the financially the system will come up. And until that time, I can pay my bills. I'm not millionaire. I have no big car, no big flat. I live in the same flat like before, but I'm happy. I can give chess to the people.
I mean, that's an inspirational story as it is, and your tournament, you have inspired so many tournaments across the world. Yes. Even in India, I don't know if you know or not, there's a person who is called the Second Saturday Man, and he has been organizing Second Saturday tournaments for the last 20 years.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
So you have inspired so many people. So tell us about how did this idea come to you that you want to organize a tournament? You were not an organizer. You have a player,
I mentioned that when I was military man, many times I visited chess tournaments to be relaxed a little bit, because chess tournament is like a church. Everybody is silent and everything is okay. And then I met with the Moldavian organizer, Mr. Skripchenko. He died already from that time. And he told me, Laszlo, I see you communicate well. Let's organize a tournament every 15th of the month in Chisinau in Moldavia. And he told me this idea and went away. And when I started to go away from the army, I had an idea. 15th of the month is not good time, because can be Monday, can be Wednesday, different. But if I start the tournament on Saturday, from Saturday until the next Sunday is 9 days. It's either ideal for the players, people who was working, studying. Yes. They have to take only 5 days, working days, to come to Budapest. And this was the idea. And also was the idea of a kind of selfish idea. I need income every month. It means like a work. Yes. Like, what does it mean? First Saturday every month. Yes. It's very easy.
Okay. So you started in 1991.
I started 1991.
Tell us about the first ever First Saturday tournament. It was your first organizing tournament.
Yes.
How did you manage to bring 50 players?
Look. Until that time, I was also chess player. I knew many chess players, like a military man. Yes. But the first time to organize, sometimes, for example, nowadays some people pay me for the participation. Okay. And at that time, I paid to the guy. Sit down, play. Really? And he was very excited that I get paid if I play. Yes. Even now, it's so nice that I have an open section under 22 to 50. And there are many old Hungarian players, like 60, 70 years old. And they are poor pensioners. And sometimes for their play, I pay them. And socially I am very how can I say, socially I am very sensitive, because if I see a poor person, my heart is aching, you understand? It means I try to help to the poor chess players with this. Also, they have free coffee, free tea, free cakes. Many times when Indian people coming, I tell them, bring some Indian sweet, kaju katli, and they are bringing, and Hungarian players, they like it.
Oh, nice. So as you mentioned that in the first tournaments you paid the players to play.
I paid the players. This is why it was minus 1,000 euros.
So you had to bring out money from your pocket to make
Yes,
players pay.
yes. This was every enterprise is starting like this. You have to put all your energies.
Yes.
There is a Russian proverb: 1 year work for free in your enterprise, and after 1 year your name will keep you.
Yes.
You understand? Wow. Your fame will be okay.
So, which year do you think that your tournament peaked? Like when we have seen all the
Yes.
super players,
Yes, it's nice idea.
Yes.
I started 1991, and I remember that the year of 1993. It was a nice year for me. I found a sponsor called Express. The Express advertisement journal. The general secretary of them was a chess player also, and they sponsored my tournament, and I could afford that. Leko, Peter, and also Sofia Polgar played in my tournament. And Leko Peter was a nice story. How I could take him. There was a coach. His name was Máté Gáspár, and this international master of Hungary. He was his Leko Peter's coach. Peter was like 13, 14 years, and then the coach told me, "We have no money. We are poor, but we want to play in your tournament." I say, "Okay, let's think." I invited them to my house, and I spoke with the boy. "Peter, what is your idea? What time you will be grandmaster?" And he told me, "I have already won grandmaster norm from somewhere, and I will be grandmaster this year." And he was so self-confident that I was, my soul was opening for him. I told him, "Okay, we can do the following. I give you 2 tournaments for free. But if you will be grandmaster, you give me back this money, because then you will have sponsorship, everything. If there will be no GM norm for you, it was my risk." I think I was brave enough, and it means I believe in people. For example, I can tell you, like in the Bible, I see if I believe. Understand? I have seen he will be grandmaster. Wow. He was so self-confident. It's so nice. And what do you think? He became grandmaster. He made grandmaster norm in my tournament. Everything is okay. What do you think? What happened with the money? If you feel me like this, paid me not only the 2 tournaments entry fee, but even more, because that time was high inflation in Hungary. Okay. So they behaved very gentleman way with me, and also this is nice. I gave them something, and I was waiting 1 year for the result. It's good.
That's
beautiful.
Amazing.
Yes.
I mean, this we all know Peter Leko, but we never knew this story. This is such an amazing story.
Yes, but I can tell it was positive thing. I told him when he became grandmaster, "Peter, you are grandmaster now. Sometimes send me postcards. I would be happy to show my chess friends that Peter wrote me a postcard."
Yes, yes.
He told me, "Okay, give me your postal address." Yeah. Okay, and he didn't send me any. So it's a kind of human nature. When you need somebody, you are very friendly and nice and cooperative. When he needs you, sometimes people are ready to forget. But no problem. My heart is okay. no problem.
Yeah. So you mentioned 2 years for the first, in 1993 you got a sponsor, but for the first 2 years you were all on your own.
Yes.
So how did you manage to survive? Like it's not easy to like earn much to run your family from chess. So how, were your family, your wife always with you?
Look, at the beginning, of course, my wife worked, and her salary was good enough to survive. And also, this slowly, this entry fee system gave me not too much, but enough for the survival money, and I could pay my bills, and slowly, and nothing special, only. For the money is enough for the survival. I had a vision to be financially okay, because
Yeah.
I knew that, for example, if I tell him come to my tournament, I pay you 50 euros or something like this, he will say okay, I'm coming, and then next time when I tell to Mr. Ram that come to my tournament, he says okay, I'm coming. I say no, not 50 euros you get from me, you pay me now 50 euros, and if he likes my tournament, he will pay.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes. I think such is the tournament standard that you have created, the environment that you have created, the
Yes.
relationships you have made.
Yes.
Like, tell us about your languages, like your obsession with languages. You can speak
Yes,
fluently.
it's a nice idea. When I was young boy, my mother told me, I was like 11, 12 years old. My son, if you want to be successful, study languages. And in the school I studied very bravely Russian language. The Russian language was obligatory in the communist time in Hungary. I studied Russian. My mother told me it's good to know the language of your friends, and also language of the enemies. And also in the secondary school I started to study German. In the university I studied English. I made the state exam of Russian language for the highest level. When I came home from Moscow, from the military academy, I made this exam, and the Russian women teachers, they told me, gentlemen, your mother was Russian. I thought, no, my mother was Hungarian, but I like the language. It's beautiful. Russian language is beautiful.
Yes. And you also know some other languages a bit.
When I have many Hindi chess players, Indian chess players, I started to study Hindi. For example, I know that Aap kushe, me kushu. This is the main system of good for you, good for me. I know also Sab theek hai, how are you? And Hindustani bhasha, bahut aasan. When I study languages also, I study this first sentence, because I have to program my brain that it will be easy.
Yes.
And really, languages are like music. I like it. And a tool to make a contract with the people. If I make contract with the people, then the success is coming. I give and take, ready for the give and take mechanism.
Yes. So, like you started, then you got sponsors, then you were getting players. But there are so many tournaments in the world that started like this, but they did not continue after maybe 5 or 10 editions. What gave you the motivation to continue for? We are in the 33rd
maybe
year.
you will laugh. You will laugh. My psychiatrist told me that I am manic depressive. Manic depressive. It means when I was a young child, my father was also a military man. He was a commander of transportation battalion. Okay, and he had 400 soldiers below him. And I was educated. If you do something, you have to give everything, all your energy, even your life. And this is why I became military man, because this atmosphere was in my family. And when I left the army, this remained in my soul. It means all your energy to give. Many times, even now, if in the Grandmaster tournament 1 or 2 places are vacant in the last minute, I take people, even I pay to them. I take poor Hungarian international masters, and instead of, let's say, like some money to pay me, I pay him, because I have to make the unity of 10 participants. That's nice. I like to play with the energies like money. It's okay.
But now it's like a part of you. Like,
Yes.
it's never gonna stop. 33 editions is like an unbelievable thing to achieve. Like 33 editions of a tournament, 33 years you have been.
Yes.
So if you have to look back through all these years, who has been your favorite chess players who have played in your tournament as characters, not players?
Um, Now I have an Indian player, Eri Gaisi. He played in the Olympiad, and he made 6 out of 6 in the beginning. And the journalist made interview with him, and he says, "I'm very happy, and I played already in Budapest. And when I played in Budapest some years ago, like 2018 or something, I was not able to make a very good result." Because my tournament is very strong.
Yes.
For example, in my tournament played Carlsen. Carlsen, when he was 14 years old, he played in my Grandmaster section, and he didn't make the GM norm. Even the world champion, world champion is not able to make the norm in my tournament. Or also, I had Caruana.
Caruana, yes.
And,
Very young Caruana.
Young Caruana. Caruana was like 12 or 13 years old, but he made 3 times in a row Grandmaster norms in my tournament. Every month he played. The family lived in Budapest because of First Saturday, like 1 year or 2 years to make the boy talented. And you know what happened with Caruana? It's a very nice story. He went home, and the journalist asked him, "It is not suspicious that you you made 3 times in a row Grandmaster norm. Maybe it's some kind of organized or something." And he told the following: I made really 3 Grandmaster norms in a row in Budapest. But this year I played in many tournaments, and I made 7 times the GM norm. He told me, "How many times I have to make GM norms that you believe I'm a Grandmaster?" It's nice.
Yeah, and now the world knows.
Of course, he's one of the world best players.
Yeah. So all these years, 33 years, would you like to share some of the people's name who have supported you, who have been with you in this journey?
For example, I can mention first Polgár László. Polgár László, the father of the Polgár girls, when I was military man, he was all the time inspiring me. "Laszlo, go away from the army. You have to organize chess. You have such skills." And he is one of the person who told me, "Come on, do it." He told me that also nice idea. Don't think about success first. Work, 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 and after that, in 1 year, you will be successful. This is now number 1 person. Also, the second person is Mr. Ambrus Zoltán, the former General Secretary of the Hungarian Chess Federation. He gave me the tournament hall for affordable price in the first years. He didn't want to harass me for give me more, give me more. He also treated me well. And also, I can mention the name of Mr. Dr. Pojanski Zoltán, the president of the Hungarian Federation now. He's a politician now. He's a state secretary, and he supported my enterprise even with the financial tools this year beginning. So slowly, people start to support me, not only by words, but by words is also enough. It means if somebody supports me by words, it's kind of same like financial tools.
As we are journalists, we go to tournaments, we see players win, play great games, and that is what makes us happy.
Yes.
You are not only an organizer, but
Yes.
also a promoter of the game.
Yes.
You are also encouraging young talents like you
Yes.
encourage Leko.
Yes.
What is it that makes you happy?
When I organized my first Saturday tournaments, and on the first Saturday, 3 o'clock, people start to play. I feel mental satisfaction that I did everything possible for this month. This makes me happy when I'm listening the holy silence of chess.
Oh,
And
wow.
that's happy. That like a church, like
Yes. yes. Like when the arbiter says you can
It's
start
just,
the
you
round.
can start this, I'm happy.
Oh.
It's beautiful feeling.
And for 33 years, that
For
has been the
33
mantra,
years,
right?
for 33 years. And you know, you think I'm crazy, but I tell you, now I want to live my age of 90. I will give my soul to the God when I will be 90. I have a program in my brain. What does it mean? I'm 67 years old now. I have 23 years more. It means until 23 years, if I can push the button in my computer, I can organize my tournament.
Oh.
I tell you why. Because I have a special list of chess players, 4,200 people, and if I miss a player 2 days before the tournament, I send a mail, a newsletter for them. I push the button, and the 4,200 people gets information. Many times I get phone call from Delhi, from Tokyo, from Paris, from Tel Aviv. I'm a chess player. My rating 2-4. Can I come? It means like this. My system is in all the world.
Wow. What suggestion or what do you want to tell to young organizers who want to organize tournaments? What would you like to tell them so that they can?
Look, they have to make a system. It means like maybe not every month, every year once, and so on. And don't lose the interest. If you lose the interest, and for example, not long ago, somebody wanted to buy my enterprise.
Oh.
It means, at once he was asking, how much money you make from that? And I told him, I don't know. I don't calculate. My wife always tells, calculate how much money you make. I say, I only feel I'm in plus. So I want to tell to young organizers, do it with enthusiasm, like a maniac, and until your age of 90, you can make it. No problem.
Wow.
Your system, your fame is keeping you alive.
Right. You mentioned a very good point. That would have been my next question, that you want to do it till 90. But how do you think this tournament can be taken to the next level, or you think that everything is going fine and like I'm happy with this?
Look, you are right. I organized many years my tournament 11 days long, 9 rounds, 2 days off.
Okay.
But I had to understand that my traffic of people started to slowly go down, because in this world everything is very quick.
Yes.
It means people don't want to spend 12 days in the chess in Budapest, even for norm. And I made a special system now, 8 days,
8 days.
9 rounds. It means I start first Saturday and I finish in the second Saturday. First day, second Saturday, it's 8 days exactly, no days off. And the one time in the Thursday day, it's a kind of double round.
Okay.
But my chess organizer colleague, Mr. Halák Miklós, is doing 6 days tournament.
Oh, okay.
In 6 days he has 9 rounds and 3 times double round. It's also very popular.
Yes.
His tournament is always full with people,
Yes.
but I see after the tournament the people are very tired. So 6 days, 9 rounds is kind of tiring.
Yes.
But if he's successful, okay, let him do.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's also
And I
a
am
factor-
communicating with him.
Yes, there's also a factor that if there's a 9-day tournament, it's also 9 days of hotel fees.
Yes,
hotel
yes,
that-
expensive
yes,
nowadays,
yes.
and his tournament is very popular because 6 days tournament, 6-7 days hotel.
Yes.
People can spare 2-3 nights. But as far as I know, and my Indian customers told me, they like very much classical chess.
Yes.
It means 1 day per day,
One
1 game per day.
Yes.
This is they can prepare and study, and also I use the Sofia rule. The below 30 moves there is no draw.
No raw. Okay.
No draw, and this is why my tournament is popular.
Absolutely.
You told me even Mr. Roy that this Sofia rule can be nice in the world.
Yes, yes.
Because
yes.
if people play 5, they agree and they play 5 moves or 10 moves and draw, it's kind of cheating.
Yeah.
Many times if grandmasters doing like try to do this in my tournament, I tell them, the equilibrium is not good. I pay you, and what do you give me? You give me nothing.
Yes.
You give me peanuts. This is not chess.
Yeah,
And
true.
and especially my arbiters always put into the computer the games. For 30 years, first Saturday games are not secret. Everybody can see. For example, 2016 June, you put into the internet, you find all the games there.
Wow.
My tournaments are not, my games are not secret. Everybody can see we are playing chess.
Okay, nice. I think you mentioned another valid point that yes, there is no point of drawing even before 30 moves because there are people who have invested time, effort into that game.
Yes,
right?
and also, you know, me like an organizer, I give money for the title holder.
Yes, yes.
So what does he want?
Yes, exactly.
I don't like the working class not to work. I don't like the non-enthusiastic worker.
Right.
If the worker is non-enthusiastic, sooner or later he will be kicked out from the system.
Yes, true. Okay, Laszlo, there's one very interesting question that I have in my mind right now. You started with Fischer Spassky and all these years. Now it's Gukesh versus Ding.
Yes.
Yeah, in a couple of months.
Yes.
So who has been, if you have to go back to history and remember that, who has been your favorite world champion?
I like Capablanca. I like Aljochin. And Kasparov was also a big player. Nowadays, I see that he plays not so good chess, but okay. He's when somebody is 60 years old,
Yes,
so starts to
obvious.
play not so well.
Yes.
But in the young time, he made also beautiful combinations. I have heard a nice sentence what he told. He says, "If I have many figures around the king, my figures, it's sure that has to be mate or winning material." He also a player like my idea. I see if I believe. So you don't have to calculate minute by minute, dollar by dollar, figure by figure. No, if you concentrate your figures, like in the war, if you concentrate your soldiers close to the positions of the enemy, it has to be breakthrough.
Right. And what are your predictions about Ding versus Gukesh?
It's hard to say anything. Both of them are nice, and anything can happen. It's kind of, in my opinion, everything can be possible. I have no idea to predict who will be the. Both of them are sympathetic, nice young people, and the God will decide.
Did you had a chance to interact with any of them? Like Ding or Gukesh?
No.
Okay.
I didn't meet with them.
Okay. And lastly, Laazlo, we have, when we came to Budapest, Sagar Shah from ChessBase India shared a very nice story about you, that when he came, you helped him in a lot of ways. As I mentioned in the interview, that you are not only an organizer, you are also a promoter and also a person who feels for a player.
Yes.
So how does that come? And we want to end the interview on that note, that why do you think that an organizer should be like you, who not only sees the money, that a player is not only an entry fees, but a lot more than that.
Yes,
and that's why Sagar remembers you, players remember you. So if you can tell us about
So I want to say greetings to Mr. Sagar Shah. He was a very sympathetic chess player to me, and also very oriental person. He came to me also with presents. Also, I gave presents to you, my T-shirts, and also T-shirts for him. And I will be happy if you wear it.
Yes, sure.
And in my opinion, you have to see, as you told me, always more than now. So, for example, if you do something bad, you can see after like many years the bad is coming back. It means you have to give, like Indian philosophy, give good things, and good things are coming. What you give for the humanity, that comes back. Yes. This is why I like to support young people. For example, if they are not able to pay the normal entry fee, we discuss, and like with Leko, later to pay and so on. But also I like to support also this kind of signal for the government, or not government, society, how they treat old people. Many old people and many old chess players have financial problems. And I can make a game. I need them as an exchange. I need them for the open tournament. I organize like 5 or 10 Hungarian old chess players, FIDE masters, international masters, not so high rating. And I organize 5 or 10 Indian chess boys, Chinese chess boys, and they are playing. And but these players has, for example, rating 1,800, 1,900, but they play very well. Their rating is going down because they play with 1,500, 1,600 Indian boys, and the Indian boys sometimes winning against them.
Yes, yes.
So it's nice, so nice.
Thank you so much, Laszlo, for what you have done through all these years. I mean, the chess world will definitely remember you for being an gem in the history of chess. And thank you so much for giving us the time and sharing your wonderful
Look,
story
I'm
with
happy.
us.
I'm happy to speak with you. I'm so happy to distribute my ideas. My ideas are peace, and also I tell you something that in my tournaments, for example, I never allow to make political demonstrations, any political demonstrations. And I don't want to mention now which one, because the world is crazy now with the world. But the more important that what is going in the Indian philosophy, the inner peace. And I tell to all the chess players, find inner peace. I think I'm 67. I found my inner peace. For example, I like to pray Jewish praise. I like to pray Christian praise. And I told you this already. Let's close our communication. In my heart, there are enough space for Muhammad, for Mahavishnu, for Ganesha, for Jesus, for Moses, and they are not fighting. It's very interesting. In the world, people in the name of them are fighting, shooting each other, and it's interesting. In my heart is nothing. Only peace, and they are communicating very well.
Thank you so much, Laszlo,
You're welcome.
again for your time and
Welcome,
for whatever
Joy.
you have done. You have been an
Welcome,
inspiration.
welcome, Roy. Welcome, Ram.
Thank you so much.
I was happy.